Nope, don't see. Ah, you fucker. I'm just trying to grab my control freak. I was trying to trick shot the other night and it fell off. Landed all the way behind my desk. Do you really have a diamond RPG? Did I see that? Yeah, I did. Okay, you just go away from me. Well then, I think that works. Oh, fuck, I dropped it again. I'm gonna have to like super glue these. That's actually what I did with my scuff controller right there. I super glued the control freaks on. And my brother was pissed. He had no reason to be because it's not his controller, it's not his Xbox, but if he, came over here and decided to play, then he doesn't like control freaks, so kind of pissed him off. I might super glue these on this controller just to piss him off, actually. But where are my manners? I haven't even said my outro yet. What is going on YouTube? My name is Solo Negative. Welcome back to Black Ops 2. I don't know what I'm doing. I knew that was going to happen. But I have a pretty good amount to talk about today, and none of which actually matters. But I'm very excited about the majority of it. Don't make me pull out an AK, dude. You will not fucking like me if I do. You jump shotted me? You jump shotted me. Okay. I see how it is. Let me just do this, and I will be right back. Nope, didn't jump far enough. There we go. Yep. He just threw down a bouncing Betty. He did. Oh no, he threw down a Claymore. Okay, that's worse. Okay, so story time. We've needed to replace the back brakes on the truck for quite a fucking while. I mean, by a while, I mean maybe about a month, if that. We replaced the driver's side one, which took a 2-hour job into a about 6-hour job, and we got done almost at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. Don't ask, it did not fucking go well. But anyway, while we were working on the truck last night, something incredible happened. Incredibly shitty, but incredible. Both mine, as well as my mother. Can you shut the fuck up, sir? I am trying to cut calm here. Have any idea how difficult this is? It's like the hardest thing to do on YouTube. That's why everybody does it. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Thank you, come again. Oh fuck, they have a chopper or is there a guy over here? They have a chopper. Great, and I don't have anything to take that down with except for maybe this. Yay! I did it. I did something useful. But as I was saying, both mine and my mother's cell phone, the screens on them went the fuck dead at the exact same time. Now, I have never ever seen that happen in my life. And what I mean by completely dead is hers got like a pinhair crack on it somehow. She didn't drop it on the asphalt. She didn't do anything bad with it. It just up and fucked up. And I don't know how I missed that. It's probably because I was moving. But she had just like this tiny white line on her screen which made her phone screen inoperable. And then, for some reason, I thought maybe it was like because we both had like a shit ton of grease on our hands or something. Because shortly after, 1 second. Oh, that was random. Come on, pig. Pig. Thank you. Another one. Another one. Okay. That works. But I was watching her phone to watch a video to actually do the brakes. Because I've done brakes. I've done oil changes and stuff like that. I've changed tires. I've actually never worked on rear brakes. I've never worked on brake drums. So I looked up a video on how to do it. So I didn't fuck anything up. And this is actually the new one. Hold on. Right here. And then after her phone broke, I started using mine, which this is mine. This is the Galaxy S4 that I've had since 2014. And if you look close enough, you can actually see me. If I put it right there, you go. And please be quiet. I'm in the middle of cut coming. Thank you, Raid. And in the middle of watching a video, I get this kind of screen, which it's hard to see. But it's fucking up. It was a shit ton worse. This thing is actually readable now. And see, it's actually semi-fixed. And it's still, like, bleeding on the edges. It's impossible to see. I wish it would actually, like, full-on fuck up again so I could show you guys, like, the extent of the damage. But it doesn't seem to be cooperating. But I don't care. Because I got a new toy. For those of you wondering, I ended up picking up the Galaxy... Almost dropped it. That would have been bad because this thing has a glass back and a glass front. For those of you wondering, I ended up picking up the Galaxy S7 yesterday during work because they've been meaning to add me to the phone plan. I haven't had a phone plan in like 2 years just because I don't really need a phone. I don't talk to people on the phone. I don't like to talk to people on the phone. And I don't really have a reason to talk to people on the phone. So, you know, why do I need a phone plan? Fuck, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. You missed. I thought you guys would be spawning here. Oh, well, I was half right. Oh, shit. That's cool. Could you stop moving, please? Jumping around like a goddamn jackrabbit. Nope, fuck you. Sorry, I'm not talking a shit ton because this feels like a really good lobby and I'm trying to do something with it. I'm 17-6 right now, holy shit. And honestly, I was gonna get like something like the S8 as far as the cell phone instead of the S7 because, it, you know, it kind of would have been nice to have, you know, Samsung's big flagship cell phone, but... Oh, wow, that is fucking rude. You asshole. Ginormous douchebag. But no, the reason I ended up getting the S7 over the S8 is right here is... This is one of the biggest things. The S8 has a thumbprint scanner right here, or fingerprint scanner in total. This one has a fingerprint scanner on the home button. Next con, the S8 doesn't even have a home button. It's all one giant fucking screen, which don't get me wrong. It looks cool, it looks sexy, it looks sleek like everything else in the fucking future and coming up, but I don't want a full screen. I want buttons. Also, the S8, apparently Samsung is launching some helper assistant, kind of like Google Assistant or Siri or Amazon's Alexa. Samsung's coming out with something, I think it was called Bixby or Bisbee, I could be wrong, but it was something like that. And they had a dedicated button right underneath the volume buttons for Bisbee, or Bixby, something. Ned Bixby from Ned's Declassified. That's all I can think of. But I don't need a new helper. Alexa has me covered here, and Google answers every other question that I have. And the only things I was really even looking for as far as a phone is 1, durability, 2, camera, 3, battery life, and 4, there was something else, but I have no idea what it was. Anyway, I'll talk about it later. And the S8 did have a slightly better camera, but it didn't have a better camera as far as the front-facing one. Well, actually, it did. The front-facing one is the webcam that's on the same side as your screen. So it had a slightly better sensor on the webcam, and literally that's it. Oh, your shot's on point. Well, guess what? So am I. Or so is mine. What the fuck are you doing? He's hiding in the water. That's where that guy was. The little red dot I spotted earlier. That's exactly where he was. But I'm not going to go into every bit, bob, and detail. Also, this thing is actually a lot smaller than the S8. I mean, not seriously, but this thing's maybe like a centimeter bigger than my phone. The S8 is like 5.8 inches, and then if you get the 8 Plus, you get like 6.2. I don't need that. I do not need a half-foot long cell phone. And so far, the only complaint that I've had is that while we were there, since my cell phone doesn't have service in the first place, plus it was a different carrier, and the screen was busted on it, I couldn't access my phone in general. Like, obviously, I couldn't take calls, I couldn't get texts, I couldn't do anything like that. And to get my Gmail, I would have had to get a text message, so I actually had to create a new Gmail account, which I kind of needed to in the first place, but I really didn't want to because my alt account on CSGO runs on my other Gmail account. And that's what brings me to my other kind of fear-filled moment. I mean, it wasn't really because I could have just called customer service, but I should have just left the customer service thing out because I like sounding more dramatic anyway. And the cell phone that I literally just got done replacing is the device I use, obviously, for my main account. Now, since that phone didn't work... Oh, fuck. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here! Don't try to fucking tomahawk me. It will not happen. I've been knifing since you were in diapers. But basically, if you switch devices, like say you upgrade your cell phone and you try to download Steam on a new phone, you have to have what's called a recovery code or a cell phone they can text you on. I had neither because I forgot to screenshot the recovery code, which you actually aren't supposed to do, but it's the only way that I could have actually, well, recovered it. Did you? Yeah, you saw me, okay. I was just making sure, dude. LOL. Yeah, I'm gonna steal your shit. Oh my god, an AGR. Oh, I bet you're pissed. Oh, I bet you're pissed. See, don't get me wrong. I hate oh, fuck, I have to toss this thing. Oh, wait. I just couldn't toss it in the middle of the map. I remember how these work. Hopefully it does not land on a building. Yeah, it didn't land right there. That's perfect, because that'll bust open and just start going anywhere. And as I was saying, if I would have had a screenshot, literally all I would have had to do is plug in a USB to my computer, and I would have been golden. I could have just got the photo off my phone and used the recovery code to activate it on the new phone. But it didn't happen like that, and I dropped 21 kills and 9 deaths, so I'm actually happy. What happened was a legitimate miracle. I stayed up all night as I usually do, as I'm doing now, actually, because it's like 3 in the morning? 4 in the morning? Is it 3 or 4? It's 4. Give me 1 minute. It's 4:20. So I stayed up all night. I went to work. I came home around like 4-ish, 4:30, somewhere around there, in the afternoon, and I passed out, and I had to go back to work around 8 o'clock to go do floors because we're finally working on floors now, which is fucking great. But in the middle of the, nap I was trying to take after my first part of work, my mother comes rushing in my room holding my cell phone, my old cell phone, because she was doing something with it, I can't remember what. And she just fucking shook me and yelled, dude, your fucking phone's on, your phone's on, your phone's on, do your thing. Because she knows how important it is for me to get my Steam switched over or my account switched over. Because fun fact, that account has almost $1,000 of Steam items on it. Because, the whole me building my inventory, I'm very, very close to done, by the way, if anyone's wondering. I'm not going to finish it quite yet because there's really no reason to. Plus, the last 2 items I have are more or less big ticket items. They're still going to be a little bit more money, but all my money's going towards that. So I could finish my inventory today if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. But the point is, if I wouldn't have gotten my stuff switched over, that's $1,000 almost gone. It's about $820 or something. Also a huge con to the S7 and S8, they both pulled a fucking Apple and now have glass backs. So, luckily, Lunatics, the people that make this insanely sturdy, badass case, actually make it for the S7 and S8 as well, so I'll be getting one of those pretty soon. And I could have sworn there was more to talk about. Let's see. I was doing breaks. Both our phones broke. Why I got the S7 and how I got the S7 and what the stress was of getting the S7. I guess this isn't really something I was going to talk about, but fun fact, I now have 3 fucking Let's Plays going on. All of them are going to be 720, 60 FPS, high settings, all that shit. So this is going to be fun. So, I can barely manage 2 Let's Plays. This is going to be fun with 3, but I'm really going to try to step up my game. I'm going to try to stop playing with my friends so much because it's not that I'm not hanging out with my friends so I can make videos. I mean, obviously I'm not doing that or my uploads wouldn't be as scarce as they were. That's kind of what I need to start doing because that's what I did a while back. I didn't, exclude myself from the group. I just said, okay, I'm done for the night. I need to stop playing. I gotta go do some stuff with videos. And I've kind of lost that. I'm just like, okay, one more game. Well, fuck it. I can wait till tomorrow. I'll play one more game. Stuff like that. I'm just getting sidetracked way too easily. Also, this camera, compared to my S4 anyway, this is like 3 generations ahead of the S4, is fucking amazing compared to the S4. This thing actually shoots in 4K at 30 FPS, or what I'm going to be using it for anyway, 1080p at 60 FPS, which I love the idea of. Plus, like a lot of cameras, especially modern day ones, these have manual setting, which is awesome because you get to take photos like this, which, granted, I know it's kind of stupid, but the effect, you see the characters in focus, the bokeh in the background, which for those of you who aren't camera nerds, bokeh means the blurring effect in the background, and it looks good. It looks so much better than just taking a regular picture, just because of the manual settings. Plus, the sensor in this is a shit ton better than the one in the S4. So, it also has a feature called hyperlapse mode, which is basically a way to film nice time lapses, and it looks decent from what I've seen, but I can't wait to test it out tomorrow when there's actually daylight outside. So I'm actually going to go ahead and end this video up here, guys, again. And sorry, I am so sorry this video is like 15 plus minutes long, but hopefully you got something interesting out of it. Probably not, but hopefully it's not my problem anymore because I'm done recording. So if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on it. If you're not yet subscribed, share the channel with friends, it would really mean a lot. Also, please tell me if you like the new banner and the new Avi and stuff. The Avi's not new, but the banner and the Avi blend-in's new, so leave down in the comment section whether you like it or not. I think it turned out great. Even my friend Josh, who is a former graphic designer, said it looked pretty fucking good. So I'm actually really happy how it turned out. But anyway, you've heard my outro, and as always, game on.
Let's get medicated. Man, let's get medicated. Let's get medicated. Man, let's get medicated.